Hi friends, I hope everybody is doing amazing. If you do not know me, my name is Nicole and I am a psychic medium and healer. And today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. So earlier this morning, I asked you all to ask me a question on Instagram and I decided how cool would it be to make a video with all the answers this time. So that's what we're going to be doing. If I do not know the answer to the question, I will be channeling the information. And so when I'm channeling, I kind of stare off into space and I get very quiet and I receive information that way. It's almost like I listen for it. So if you see me doing that, that's what's going on. So let's get started with the first question. The first one is, how long do Kundalini Awakenings take? This varies from person to person. It varies on your situation, on the things that you have been through in your life. Usually it's not something that happens overnight. It's a gradual buildup of energy at your root chakra. So that takes some time. I think, I had mine in 2019 and I started feeling, actually no, it was February 2020 it actually happened, but I started feeling the energy of it in 2019. And so what that felt like is a buildup of energy first in the root chakra. So it feels like you're horny, but you're not. But you won't be able to tell the difference if you're not aware. So if you're just like horny for no reason, or you feel like a lot of energy down there, it's actually your life force energy. So your sexual energy is the same as life force energy. And so that's why it feels that way. And so it will build up. It will build and build and build until eventually that sensation of sexual arousal moves up in your body. So it will move up into the top of your stomach, which is where your solar plexus is. It'll move up into your chest. And it feels like a very orgasmic feeling all throughout your whole body. It can also be slightly overwhelming, uncomfortable also if you don't know what's going on, because it feels like you're kind of being forced out of your body. It will make you very emotional. It will make you feel like you're dissolving. It's like very interesting sensations, but if you don't know what's happening, it might scare the heck out of you. It definitely scared the heck out of me. But I will tell you, it was the best thing that I had ever experienced in my life. Like, it freed me from so much pain and suffering. It felt like I was a zombie my whole life. And then when I had that awakening is when I was actually born, when I actually woke up and became awake and aware in the world. So it's awesome, but it does take some time. If you want to encourage it to wake up and you want to send energy into that space so that you can encourage the buildup of energy in that space, I have a guided meditation that I will put in the description box so that way you can find it. And I also have a 40% off coupon code I will put there for you as well if this is something that you want to encourage. Next question. How do I decide how to go about healing my trauma? Should I do Reiki, inner child workshops, or breath work? My opinion is everything. Do everything that you can. Start with self-awareness and shadow work. So really, I think it's great to take workshops and to do breath work, learn how to do breath work and things like that. But I think that it's a combination of so many different things that will allow all this stuff to come out of you. One thing that has been profound for me, and I talk about it all the time, if you follow me on Instagram, you know, you see it, energy cleansing baths. So it's really it's a ritual that purifies your energy field. And once your energy field is purified, once you continue doing these energy cleansing baths, it's going to purify the inside of you. So it's going to raise your vibration every time you do one of these cleansing baths. And when your vibration raises, your trauma that is of a lower vibration will come to the top. So you will have visions of things that you experienced as a child, maybe stuff that you forgot and blocked out. It will come to the top. It will feel like it's happening to you all over again. And so I know it's not comfortable, it doesn't feel good, but that's how it releases. You have to feel it to heal it. At least that is my motto. That is how it has worked for me. So it kind of rises to the top and all you have to do is just let it happen and let it all come out of you. But just do everything. But definitely energy cleansing baths, self-awareness. And when I say self-awareness, ask yourself questions. When you're triggered, why am I bothered by this? Let's say somebody is triggering you, a person specifically is triggering you. Why is this person bothering me? Even if in that moment they do something to piss you off and it's their fault, it doesn't matter. Still ask yourself, why does this person bother me? And then keep asking, why? Ask yourself out loud, and your mind and your body will answer you. And so that's how you become more self-aware. You need to become self-aware of your motivations, why you do things, why things make you feel how they make you feel. And so asking why again and again and again is a really good way to get to the bottom of your stuff. But it takes many different things. And one thing that I explain to people that I work with is that trauma is not in the body. It's not held like in a bowl. It's in an ice cube tray. So each individual experience that you have had is a separate ice cube that needs to be released separately. So you cannot release all of your trauma at the same time. It just doesn't work like that. It's impossible for the body to do that. You have to release one traumatic event at a time. So again, it's like an ice cube tray. It's like little individual things. It's like your body takes a snapshot. It's like, oh, you know, on a phone, and you snapshot the event, the memory. It's like a short movie that you watch in your mind. It's like a moving picture. And that is associated with the emotion behind that thing. And so those snapshots or little ice cubes are released one at a time. And it takes time because after one is released, your whole body has to recalibrate. Your vibration rises every time you release trauma. And so your cells have to shift vibration. And what happens when they do that is you become very tired. You'll be super freaking tired. Like you will sleep more than you've probably ever slept before and still be tired. And this will pass. It will pass, I think, about a week or two. It will pass and you'll find yourself either super, super hungry or not hungry at all. And although you are tired and hungry or not hungry and you're feeling a bunch of weird symptoms, you'll feel good. You'll feel really good, like a weight has been lifted off of you. Okay, next question. How should I communicate with my angels and spirit guides? So again, I will recommend it again. Energy cleansing baths. When I do energy cleansing baths, that is when I can hear my guides the clearest. There is something about water. It's like a portal for communication. It is a portal for energy. And so that's why people say, oh, when I'm in the shower, I have my best ideas. It's the water. The water allows them to communicate with us. So if you want to talk to your guides and it's new to you and it's a connection that you're trying to forge, I recommend doing so in the water and communicate with them out loud like they're in the room. Like it's like they're actual people. Say, hey guys, I want to talk to you. Please communicate with me. I give you permission to communicate with me. Please send me a sign that you're nearby. Please help me come to a space where I am able to hear and communicate with you. And they will help you. They will do that. And the more trauma you release from your body, the more your vibration rises, the more you will be able to hear them. It's kind of like, a muffled phone. Like if you're on the phone with somebody and they're covering their mouth and like you can't really hear them clearly. Like something's there, you can feel something's there, but you cannot hear it clearly. And so the more you cleanse and the more you raise your vibration and the more you release trauma from your body, that muffled phone becomes less and less and less muffled. And the cool thing about that is you're the phone. So the more you clear out stuff from your body, the more you can hear your divine guidance and feel your divine guidance without the sensations of your trauma kind of overriding that communication and the connection to the divine. Okay, next question. How do I overcome my fears? I love this one. This is a good one. You have to know that fear it's in here. There's no fear in here. So if there's a choice that you have to make a choice, but you're scared, don't listen to this, listen to this. And how do you do that? Breathe really freaking slow. And when you breathe, take a deep breath in. And when you blow out, what you're gonna blow out is fear. is the stress that you feel, because your brain will freak you out so much that you feel fear in your body. And usually it's in the pit of your stomach. So what you're gonna do is breathe in. And when you breathe out very hard, and know that you're releasing. When you breathe out, you're releasing all of that fear from your body. So you do that first. You release it all out, and then you close your eyes and you just feel, just have the intention of placing your awareness right here. Just have the intention, because the intention is all you need. Your intention is powerful. Intention is everything. So you place your awareness, have the intention to move your awareness from here into your heart. You're going to feel a little pressure there. You might feel emotional. I feel it right now talking about it. And so you really have to live from this space. Your mind wants things to be logical and rational. We don't live in a logical and rational universe. We have been lied to. So lead with your heart, because it's going to put you into positions that scare you, and that's okay. I'll be honest with you. When I have to do a live event and there's going to be 100 people on Zoom looking at me, and I'm scared I'm going to fumble my words or say something stupid or not do a good job, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel nervous. I feel scared, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I keep doing these events if I'm so nervous, if I'm so scared? And I just get on there and I do it anyway. I'm scared and I do it anyway. I'm uncomfortable, I'm uncertain, and I do it anyway. And that's how I conquer my fear. And it's not something that you conquer your fear once and then your fear is gone. It doesn't work like that. It's really you proving to yourself that you can do it, that you can handle it. And that will take time. So every time I do another live event, for example, I am always nervous. I get through it, and at the end I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I freaking did it. I'm amazing. Yes, I can do anything. And then it's like I'm on a high, like I'm naturally high. It feels so good. But before that, I was freaking terrified. And I pushed myself into it, and I forced myself to do it even though I was scared. And that's what you have to do every single time. And every single time you do it, you prove to yourself that everything's going to be okay and that you can handle whatever it is. A lot of our fear is in our mind. You have absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Not death, not God, not failure, nothing. There is nothing that you should be afraid of. I promise you. Next question. What are some of your tips to manage a sensitive inner world that is powerful and manifests good and bad easily? What you think is bad, what seems like is bad, is not necessarily bad. Even the bad stuff, even the seemingly bad stuff, it happens for a reason. And everything always happens for a highest good. I know. I think it's a very difficult concept to grasp, especially if you've gone through really terrible things in your life. But as somebody that remembers being on the other side before I came here, I can very, very clearly see. Like, I remember picking my awful mom. I remember choosing to come here for the reason of helping others. I remember all of it, and I can see now how the divine plan has worked out in such a way, even though I have suffered immensely, it has worked out in such a way that I get to be here with all of you doing this. So even though you think it's bad, everything happens for a reason. Next, you need to learn how to control your mind. That's what it is. It's your mind. And so you have to know and understand that your thoughts are not yours. So I think the issue that you're having is thinking that your thoughts are manifesting negative things into your reality. Your thoughts are not necessarily your thoughts, right? So you think of yourself as an antenna. Stuff comes in and stuff goes out. There are days where I have the weirdest freaking thoughts ever. They're not even my thoughts. I never even think certain things that come into my mind, but they come and they go. And so I don't identify with them. I'm not like, oh, why is my mind thinking these terrible things? This is awful. That's not how our brains are set up, but we're not taught that, right? So then also our emotions, a lot of times our emotions are not even ours. They're given to us by our ancestors. They are picked up from people that are around us that are not happy. And so we are fine. And then we go out and we come home and we're like, what the heck? I don't feel good. It's not even us. If there's no reason for you to not feel good, if there's no reason for you to have anxiety thoughts, they're not your thoughts. So go take an energy cleansing bath. And if it's still present, then you need to start asking why. Why do I feel this way? Ask out loud. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask out loud. Why do I feel this way? And keep asking why, until you get to the bottom of it. But it really is all about controlling your mind. There's a quote that says, control your mind and I'll handle the rest. Love the universe. Next, the road of discovering our spiritual gifts can be very scary. How do you navigate new feelings? Oh, this is a good question. It is very, very easy to think you're absolutely crazy and losing your mind. I will tell you, that's what I thought too in 2019. I was like, oh shit, I finally lost my mind. This is it. And I was very close to choosing to not be here anymore. But I'm very happy that I stayed. The first thing that really scared me was my body was vibrating in a way that I had never felt before. It felt like I was dissolving, like I was turning into nothingness and everything at the same time. And back then, that was horrifying. Now, I love it because I know what it is, because I know my essence, my soul is merging with God. And that's what it feels like. But if you don't know what that is, you assume, oh, there's something wrong with my brain. Oh, there's something wrong with my nervous system. There's nothing wrong with you. Your entire body is waking up. We have so many nerve endings. We have so many senses within us that kind of have this big black blanket over them, if that makes sense, because of the world that we live in, because we have been manipulated to be asleep. And so what happens is that blanket is being just ripped off of you and you're like, oh my God. So everything becomes very, very sensitive. You might become sensitive to light. You might become sensitive to sound. You probably will become sensitive to food. And all at the same time, you're having these crazy experiences where you're seeing shapes and colors and little twinkling stars all around you. So it's very easy to think you're crazy, but I'll tell you, you're not crazy. You're not. You're waking up, and we're all waking up, and the whole world is eventually going to have these experiences. It's happening in waves. So just know that you're not alone. And if you ever feel like you're going crazy, just go check out my Instagram. You'll probably find something there to talk you off a ledge. You're going to be okay. I promise. I also have a mini course that I made. It's called the Empath Survival Guide. It teaches you how to deal with your feelings and emotions as somebody that has the gift of psychic empathy, because empathy is not just empathy. It's actually our psychic senses. So I will link that in the description below as well. Next question. How do I cleanse my house? There's a very intense energy that isn't allowing financial abundance. Okay, so first you need to cleanse your energy. So energy cleansing baths, because if your energy is very, very high vibrational, it won't matter where you live, where you are, you will be abundant, right? So we have to start with you, because your whole experience, your whole perception is altered by your vibration and your state of consciousness. So if you are convinced that something is blocking your abundance, then that means you are in a victim mind state or mindset. And so we need to get out of that state, right? And so we're going to cleanse our vibration, or we're going to cleanse our energy. We're going to raise our vibration, and we're going to change the way that we perceive our experiences. So it's not only your house, but it's the way that you're perceiving your house, okay? Next, things do hold energy. They do. Homes do hold energy. And so I'm going to tell you how to cleanse it. So you're going to walk through your whole house with sage, and you have to speak out loud, and you're going to say, any negative energies that are in this house, I demand that you leave now. And just repeat that again and again and again. Any negative energy that's in this house, I demand that you leave now. So you walk through the whole house with a sage. Then you get yourself like a little baby bowl with water and salt. And so you get it with your hands and you flick it all around the house, on all the walls and every area of the house, and say the same thing. It works. It works really good. My kids were having nightmares at their dad's house, and they were like, Mom, can you please come do an energy cleansing? And I said, of course. And so I did that, and the nightmare stopped. So it's very powerful. But you have to know that you must believe in your own power to cleanse that thing or that energy, or it will not go away. So again, it is your perception of your home and of your own limited abundance that is causing what you feel is a block in abundance. Next question. How to deal with migraines? This is a very good question. I get these all the time. If I work too much, I have a headache for 3 days. And so, oh yes, I have it right here. So I use this thing, I think it's called a gua sha, or I think gua sha, yeah. And so I'll do this. And I run it, I have makeup on, so I'm not gonna do it right now, but I run it all across the muscles on my forehead. I run it here, wherever I feel my headaches are, I use this. If I have a really bad migraine, I get in the water and I make sure that I put my head in the water. It helps a lot. And make sure that the water is very hot. Drink water, a shit ton of water, and then coconut water as well, because you might be dehydrated in a way where water cannot replenish all the minerals that you need. So drink coconut water as well. Next and last question. What do you think is the most important during cord cutting? Intention. So witches do spells, right? They do these spells, and the spells are a representation of the energy of their intention. The intention is all you really need. You don't necessarily need to do a bunch of stuff, but the stuff that you do is just a symbolic representation of what you're doing. And so it amplifies the intention, if that makes sense. But it is really all about your belief in that thing. I know it's hard, but send them love. Send them love, wish them the best, wish that they make good choices, wish that they are happy, wish that they find God and love within themselves. Send them love. There is a mantra that I really love that my beautiful friend Allie shared with me. It goes, what is it? Oh, I am God and I love God. And so you're going to put everything in the space of I. This person that hurt my feelings is God and I love God. My mom is God and I love God. My pain is God and I love God. And so you're recognizing everything that you do not like as God. And this is going to raise some emotion within you that makes you very uncomfortable, but that's good. That's what we're going for. And so just try it. You're going to love it. If you do it, look in the mirror. It's just amazing. The first time I did it, I freaking cried for a really long time. And it was like a cry from my heart. I was like letting everything out. It was beautiful. And so send them love. Again, I think to purify your aura is the most important part. That's how I removed my ex's energy from me, is every single day energy cleansing baths. And if you feel like you're having a hard time doing it on your own, call in your guidance, call in your divine guides, say, please help me get this person's energy off of me. And it's gonna take time to do it. So be patient with yourself. Do not lose hope. Do not get frustrated. Just know that everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to happen and in divine timing. Okay? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I love you all so much. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me on Instagram. My name on there is the High Priestess 11, and I will definitely be making more of these. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.